His life should have already been a movie.
They made the movie, and some of you don't even know who this is yet, but you're about to. Joseph Bologne, Chevalier de Saint-Georges. So stop calling him Black Mozart, because yeah, he was a master composer, but he was also a master fencer, a master violinist, a master marksman, He was born on the island of Guadeloupe in 1745 on Christmas Day to a beautiful Senegalese woman named Nanon. Now, Nanon was enslaved by a minor nobleman who ends up being Joseph's father. But he did claim him, and when the father moved to France, he took Joseph with him and enrolled him in a fencing school. See, if you lived in France in the 1700s and you had money, you fenced. Everyone fenced. That was it. 2 years later, Joseph's the best in the school. No, this was a problem. See, this isn't one of those stories that's like right after slavery. This is still the 1800s. Like, slavery is still big business. Now you got a black kid who's excelling at a French nobleman's sport. He's getting challenged, but he's not getting regular challenges from like Pierre at the school up the block. Nah, he gets challenged by legendary fencing master Alexandre Picard. And he beats him. So now my boy's a famous fencer, and this is when he starts to really get into music. So by the time he's 21, Joseph Bologne is one of Europe's finest swordsmen. So when he's dubbed a knight, he becomes Joseph Bologne, Chevalier de Saint-Georges. So now he has a name, he's famous, he's tall, dark, and handsome. He had haters. Now, in 18th century Europe, that means there are going to be some assassination attempts. But my boy had hands. Hands that he used to play the violin. Really, really well. He was so good that his teacher dedicated some of his pieces to him. Then he's playing first violin in France's biggest orchestra. And he's playing concertos that he composed himself. 2 years later, he's directing the orchestra. One day he gets a letter inviting him to the royal palace, and it's signed by Marie Antoinette, who starts getting lessons from him. Now, when it became time for the Paris Opera to get a new director, Saint-Georges was the obvious choice. Even the king thought so. You know, he came highly recommended by Marie Antoinette. And I know some of you were trying to judge, but tell me you blame her. I'll wait. But then 3 of the opera's divas write this letter to the king, and so even though he's the most qualified person, they don't hire him. They don't hire anyone, they just leave the position open. Now later on in life, he's living in someone's mansion, and guess who comes to live there too? A young Mozart.